Hello everybody, mega goal number 5, third secondary, and this is unit number 2, rags to riches, and this is the fifth lesson, which is listening on page number 25. Now let's take a look at the objectives. We have to listen to answer the questions, and we should pronounce verbs ending with ed correctly, and number 3 we should read and give the meaning of the new words. راح نسمع عشان نجاوب على الأسئلة. راح ننطق الكلمات أو عفوا الأفعال اللي نهايتها ed بطريقة صحيحة. راح نقرأ وكذلك نعطي معاني الكلمات الجديدة. Let's start with the listening part. Right now you will listen to a lecture about the history of money. راح نسمع إلى محاضرة تتكلم عن تاريخ النقود. Now listen to the lecture about the history of money and write the date by each form of money and then number the forms of money in the order they were used. مطلوب منا إن إحنا أولاً نكتب التاريخ the date by each form of money التاريخ اللي ظهر فيها كل نوع من أنواع النقود وبرضو we have to number them according to their appearance أو بناء على استخدامهم. خلاص let me just explain to you. So we have here the cowrie shells اللي هي الودع اللي هي زي الودع الصدف اللي اسمه الودع, and it seems that this one has been answered, so that one is the second one that appeared or that was used اللي هي ثاني واحدة, and it appeared in the year 1200s or 1200 BCE اللي هي before common era or before Christ. Okay, here we have as well paper money اللي هي النقود أو الكاش اللي نعرفها. Bartering اللي هي المقايضة. Sometimes in the past people used to exchange some goods for different things. يعني مثلا ممكن يستبدلون يقايضون مثلا الذرة والقمح مثلا بمثلا اللحوم. So this is the meaning of bartering. And electronic money اللي هي digital money اللي هي الإلكترونية اللي تكون عادة في البنوك digital money. Now inexpensive metal coins اللي هي العملة اللي هي الكوينز بس مصنوعة من مواد غير غالية أو رخيصة. We have as well here coins made of valuable metals. عندنا برضو الكوينز المصنوعة من مواد غالية مثل السيلفر coins or gold coins. Okay, now get ready to listen to the lecture and answer the question as you listen.
Page 25. 5. Listening. Listen to the lecture about the history of money. Write the date by each form of money. Then number the forms of money in the order they were used.
The first way in which goods were bought was not with money. Instead, people used to trade something of value that they possessed for something they needed. The most common things to trade were cattle and crops, like corn and wheat. So, for example, if you were a farmer, you might trade your corn with a butcher for meat. The butcher might trade his meat with a shoemaker for shoes. This kind of trade was called bartering. Bartering began as far back as 9000 BCE. However, there was a problem with bartering. What if someone had something to trade, but no one wanted or needed it? Or what if people could not agree on what was a fair trade? To solve this problem, the first kind of money came about around 1200 BCE in China, where people would use special shells called cowrie shells to purchase goods. These shells were the most widely and longest used form of money in history. In some parts of Africa, these shells were used until the middle of the 1900s. The earliest metal coins were produced in China around 1000 BCE. The coins were made out of an inexpensive metal and had holes in them so that they could be put together to make a chain. The earliest coins made of valuable metals were silver coins produced in Turkey around 500 BCE. Coins made of silver, bronze, and gold were soon being used by the Greeks, Romans, and Persians. By 800 CE, the first paper money had appeared in China. This form of money eventually became common around the world. At one point, people probably thought the cowrie shells were going to be used forever. That's how many of us think about coins and paper money now. But money is likely to continue to change. In fact, a new kind of money is already being exchanged over the internet. This money, called electronic money or digital cash, functions like real cash, except it's not on paper. The money in a bank account is converted to a digital code, which can be used to make purchases. While digital cash is very new, it is expected to become common in the years ahead.
Okay, so right now you had listened to a lecture talking about the history of money. So the first form of money that appeared was the bartering, اللي هي المقايضة, okay? And it appeared actually in the year 9000 BCE, before the Common Era or before Christ. Now the second form of money is the cowrie shells, and it appeared in China, ظهرت في China, and it appeared in the year 1200s BCE. Now the third form, based on what you had listened to, is the inexpensive metal coins, which appeared in the year 1000 BCE. Okay, the fourth one was the coins made of valuable metals like silver, and it appeared in the year 500 BCE. Okay, so that one appeared in Turkey, في تركيا. Okay, now the fifth one, which is the paper money, as well appeared in China, appeared in the year 800 CE. CE, we mean here the Common Era. Okay, and the last form is the form of money we know it today, is the electronic money or the digital form of money. So this is the answer based on what you had listened to. Okay, في البداية كانت في مقايضة، بعدين كانوا يستخدمون الودع أو الشيلز اللي هي زي الأصداف، بعدين استخدموا الانكسبنسيف ميتال، الكوينز اللي مو مستخدمة، اللي من مواد رخيصة، بعدين ظهرت الكوينز المصنوعة من المواد الغالية، وقبل الأخير كان paper money، وآخر حاجة اللي هي electronic money. Now let's move on to the second part, which is the pronunciation, and this is very important، جدا مهمة. You know that in the past form we sometimes add ed. okay, أحيانا نضيف ed علشان نحصل على الماضي من الفعل. This is of course in the regular verb. في الأفعال المنتظمة, for example like add, added, start, started, past from start, started. okay, طبعا I'm gonna explain to you that sometimes أحيانا, not all the time, is pronounced T. تنطق الحرف ال ED ينطق T. Sometimes it's pronounced D. ينطق D فقط مش ED. وأحيانا ينطق ED. متى ينطق T? Like for example worked. Okay. So with verbs that end with the sounds بهذه الحروف P, K, F, S, CH or SH, the ED is pronounced T, like worked. Okay, with verbs that end with the vowel sounds, okay, or حروف العلة أو B, G, V, Z, ZH, TH, J, M, N, NJ, L, R, they are pronounced D, so opened. It's very wrong to pronounce it opened. It's wrong, so it's only opened. The last one is very easy, سهل جدا. إذا الفعل انتهى ب D or T, we pronounce it ED, like want, هنا تنتهي ب T, wanted, add, added. So right now, get ready to listen and practice. So again, the ED is sometimes pronounced T, like worked, opened, sometimes it's pronounced D, like opened, and it's pronounced sometimes ED when the word ends with T or D, like wanted, added, started. Get ready to listen and practice.
page 25. 6. Pronunciation. In English, the past tense ending ed has 3 different pronunciations. For verbs that end in the sounds p, k, f, s, ch, or sh, pronounce the ending t, as in worked. For verbs that end in vowel sounds, or b, g, v, z, j, th, j, m, n, ing, o, pronounce the ending d, as in opened. For verbs that end in the sounds d or t, pronounce the ending id, as in wanted. Listen and practice.
1. They traded something of value that they possessed for something they needed. 2. What if no one wanted or needed it? 3. The first coins were produced in China, and the first paper money appeared in China. 4. Money called digital cash is already being exchanged over the internet.
Okay, so right now just pause the video and try to practice pronouncing ed. Just one more remark, ملاحظة that I pronounced the letters. أنا ذكرت الحروف, I didn't pronounce the sound. Okay, so let's move on. Right now we have vocabulary building. So here are the words that will be found on pages 26 and 27, the reading passage. هذول الكلمات اللي هي موجودة في صفحة 26 و 27 في قطعة القراءة. I'm gonna introduce the words right now to you, and then we will discuss it and give the meaning of them, okay? And then afterwards we will match the words with the correct meaning. راح نصل الكلمة بالمعنى الصحيح لها. Okay? Now the first word is, okay, renowned. Okay? And what do we mean by renowned? We mean by it that he is well known, or for example respected or admired. Yes, so he is a renowned person. Now the next word is comply with. Okay, to confirm or to adapt or to be in coordinates or agreement with. So this is the meaning of comply with. The next one is hurdle, problem, or an obstacle. Now the next one is implement. Okay, implement something is to put it in practice or to make changes. Implement. Okay, and that one is the founder. When I say, for example, King Abdulaziz is the founder of Saudi Arabia, so he's the one, or he's the person who established Saudi Arabia. So founder. Endowment. Endowment, yes. So this is the amount of money usually giving to an organization or to a charity group or to a project. Endowment. Now that one is dispute. Dispute, okay, which means there is a strong disagreement or an argument. Dispute. That one is a very important word as well, which is asset. Okay, which is the property, for example, or the things of valuable that are owned by a person. Assets. Now let's answer this exercise. We have to match the words with their meanings. Okay, so let me read the meaning one more time. Renowned, comply with, hurdle, implement, founder, endowment, dispute, and assets. Okay, so right now you may pause the video, take your time, and try to answer this exercise by yourself. Right now I'm gonna do it all together. Okay, ممكن توقفون الفيديو تحاولون تجاوبون على هذا السؤال بأنفسكم، لكن الآن I'm gonna do it all together. رح نحلها مع بعض. Okay, so renowned is Yes, known or respected and admired. Known or respected and admired. To put into practice or to make changes is to implement. Things of valuable that are owned by a person or an organization is assets. The amount of money that is given as an income to an organization or a group or a charity or a project is what is called endowment. An obstacle, a problem, or a difficulty is hurdle. A strong disagreement or argument is dispute. Be in coordinates or agreement with or obey is to comply with. The person or the people that establish an organization or a company is the founder. Now you may check your answer. You can check the words as well in the dictionary. ممكن تشيكون على معاني الكلمات في dictionary and you check the answers. Now we have reached the end of the lesson. وصلنا لنهاية الدرس. I hope that we have accomplished the objectives. أتمنى أن احنا حققنا الأهداف. And don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and if you have a question of any kind, just leave it in the comment box below. Till next time, have a good one.